Let's talk a little more about Iran. There seems to be agreement that the U.S. and Iran are fighting a proxy war in Iraq. And my question is, where will this lead? Is this a precursor to direct military conflict with Iran? And is there a way to shape the Iraq engagement that will make that either more or less likely? Who would like to respond?
Well, these are separate, although now entwined issues. There's nothing predetermined about a particular outcome for either staying or leaving with respect to Iran. There is no question but that our invasion of Iraq empowered and enormously Iran, because Iraq was the only counterpower in the region. That's why in the past U.S. policy towards Iran and Iraq were called dual containment, because the two balanced each other. We removed that. There is no way we can undo the fact, whether we stay or leave, that Iran is now a much stronger and more dangerous power. On the other hand, I think Chaz made a critical point in saying that our presence in Iraq emboldens and empowers Iran, and our leaving it in that sense is a defeat for Iran, not a gain.
Response?
Yeah, I find that amusing. If you look at Iranian commentary, I don't think they would look at it as if the Americans fleeing it would be a defeat. I think they'd look at it as a victory. I mean, the Americans have been constantly hoping for almost 20 years now that somehow the Iranian regime would transform itself into a status quo power that would work with us and it would be nice and all the rest. But what we have seen, in fact, in the Islamic Republic is that it's gone the opposite direction. They've actually become more hardcore. Ahmadinejad is perhaps the perfect example of that, but I would just stress to you that he's basically in sync with Ali Khamenei, the leader of the country, which is why his position keeps going up and not down. And that what you have to deal with the Iranians is they are hard charging towards a nuclear weapon. All right? That is their ultimate goal. What they are going to do is use that nuclear weapon in conjunction with a much stronger position in Iraq. What they're going to try to do in Iraq is something that failed the first time around with Khomeini. And that is they're trying to get a Shiite base of support. They're trying to build a radical group. Now, the way they do that is by causing problems in that country, by, in fact, increasing the turmoil. They are not going to run from Iraq. They're going to stay. They're going to fight it out. And if they're successful with nuclear weaponry, they'll use that behind them as leverage.